Hello, my name is Christina Rodriguez, and I am going to be doing my video on the appendicular skeleton. First, I want to go over the pectoral and the pelvic girdles. The pectoral girdle consists of two bones per side, the clavicle or the collarbone, and the scapula or the shoulder blade. The clavicle articulates with the sternum via the sternoclavicular joint. The pelvic girdle attaches the lower extremities to the axial skeleton, supports the vertebrae column, and helps to protect the vesicle in the pelvic cavity. The pelvic girdle is formed by the hip bones or the coxal bones. The osso-coxal unite anteriorly at the pubic symphysis, and posteriorly they articulate with the sacrum at the sacromonial joints. The clavicle is the sternal end, and this is the acromonial end. For the scapula, we have the coracoid process here. We have the supraspinatus fossa. We have what we call the spine here of the scapula. We have the acromion here. We have the infraspinatus fossa there. We then have the arm. We have the humerus here. We have the head. We have the humerus here. We have the head here. We have the greater tubercle here. We have the lesser tubercle somewhere in this vicinity. It's kind of hard to tell on this. Then we have the deltoid tuberosity, and that is here. We have the medial epenthology, which is down here. We have the lateral epenthology, which is here. Then we have the, and that's all we have for that. Then we have the ulna, which is the forearm of the body. I'm going to put the skeleton's hand here so you can see a little better. So we have the ulna here. We have the olecranon here. We have the coronoid process here. We have this styloid process, which is here. We then have the radius. We have the radius. And then we have the radial head, which is here. We have the radical tuberosity, which is here. And then we have the styloid process, which is here. Moving on to the carpus, which is more of the hands. So first off, we have the proximal roll, the lateral to medial. So we have the scaphoid here, the luntid here, the triquadral, somewhere in this vicinity. And then we have the pisiform, the distal roll, lateral to medial. So we have the trapezoid here. We have the capitrate, and we have the hamate. There. Which bones from the wrist joint with what forearm bone? So we have the lunate bone that is here, and it is connected to the ulta. And then we have the scaphoid, and it is connected to the radius. Which bone forms a joint with the pollex? So the pollex is the big thumb, and we have the distal, we have the proximal phalange, and they have the metacarpal bones. So then we have the metacarpal, the metacarpals and the phalanges. So we have the phalanges here. We have the metacarpals here. And then we have the carpals here. And now we're moving on to the pelvic girdle area. And I will be pointing out the coxal bones. All right. So this is the pelvic girdle in this area here. This is the pelvic girdle. We have the coxal bones. So we have the acrotibium here. We have the pubic symphysis here. We have the obturator forum here. We have the iliac crest here. The anterior superior iliac spine is, I'm sorry, I don't know where that one is. 4. Iliac fossa is here. And then we have the greater sciatic notch, which is in here. If this leg was removed, it would be right in this vicinity. Then we also have the ischial spine, which is this entire region right here, and the ischial tuberosity, which is this area here. I will continue in the next video.